It's Culture again, coming at you with another video. So, the NBA playoffs is off to a hot start as I expected. And there's two players that have really been outstanding in this playoffs, and that is Kevin Durant and Kawhi Leonard. I believe it's safe to say that they are the two best players in the NBA so far. And I've actually had them as being the best players in the NBA since 2016, 2017, since about that season. I've had Kevin Durant and Kawhi Leonard being the two best players in the NBA. But, obviously LeBron James has a very huge following and fan base, and I have him third in the league. Can't take away from the greatness LeBron is and what he's done so far. And for that reason, I have him at number 3. I can make the argument that he's actually less than that. But nothing below 5 for sure. Nothing below 5 for sure. However, the point is, Kevin Durant and Kawhi Leonard are the two best players in the NBA. And there are a lot of media fanboys of LeBron who I think are probably on LeBron's payroll. But, in all seriousness, they are very huge fanboys for LeBron. LeBron has brought in a lot of money. They make a lot of money from the stories and the segments they do on LeBron. So they just can't fathom. They have this cognitive dissonance. They just can't fathom the fact that there are now two players that have surpassed their king, LeBron James. And it's interesting because Colin Cowherd, on Fox of the Herd, recently, had some interesting words to say about Toronto superstar Kawhi Leonard on how he's not valuable. That he's talented, but not valuable. And this is why I go back to saying a lot of people need to watch when the game is actually going on, because if anybody sees this Toronto series, the minute Kawhi steps off the floor for about 5 minutes, they could be up by like 5 to 10 points, and that lead disintegrates. And if they are so much as to be down by at least 3, the minute Kawhi steps off the court, they're going to be down by 13, if not even 20, by the time Kawhi gets back on the floor. So Kawhi Leonard is very valuable. Very, very valuable. We can even see it with San Antonio. How's DeMar DeRozan working out for you guys out there? They were done. San Antonio was done with a team. Honestly, Denver had no business being on the floor with San Antonio, especially with the experience that team had and the coaching that they had. This goes to prove Kawhi Leonard is more than just a system player. As Greg Popovich likes to put it out there, that Kawhi was just a system guy. He's more than that. And I can bet my bottom dollar he wishes he had never said some of the things or had treated Kawhi the way he had. He wishes he's never done that. Or else San Antonio right now will be a title contender, and possibly be competing for an NBA title if Kawhi Leonard was still on the San Antonio Spurs. That is a fact. And now they're at home watching the playoffs like the rest of us. Look at Kevin Durant. For the longest, people have been saying, Steph Curry is the best player on Golden State. Steph Curry is arguably the best player in the league. Yada, yada, yada. How's it turning out for him? 2 finals in a row, Kevin Durant has averaged over 30 points per game on the so-called self-proclaimed best player in basketball, that being LeBron James. Kevin Durant averaged over 30 points a game on LeBron in 2 finals. And in those 2 finals, he won finals MVP on both of them. Now, when you look at it, this playoffs, Kevin Durant leads the league in scoring in the playoffs. And on top of that, he's averaging about 35.6 points per game. And what has Steph been doing? He's been abysmal. Kevin Durant is a matchup nightmare. Just under 7 feet with a handle and a shot. He's one of the only 8 players in the NBA history to make it on the 50-40-90 club. Kevin Durant is phenomenal. which is why he is the best player in the NBA today. Today, there's not a matchup, there's not a defensive scheme you can throw at this guy because he is so offensively skilled. Nothing you can do with him. I mean, look at the last game. Kevin Durant had 46 points, 6 assists, 6 of 10 from three-point range. 60%. That is incredible. Incredible. And then when you look at Kawhi Leonard, the only player to ever average 30 plus while shooting, I think, somewhere around 50 to 60% was Michael Jordan. And Kawhi Leonard is doing that now. That's why he's drawing one of the reasons why he's drawing the MJ comparisons. That's just one of the reasons. I mean, we're looking at two of the best players in the NBA today. And it'll be incredible. I mean, the NBA will love it if Toronto and Golden State were to make it into the finals. I don't really see Toronto beating Philly. If you look at my other videos, I predicted Philly beating Toronto in Game 7. That's just how I feel like it's going down. But if the NBA really wants it, hey, I'm sure they really want to have Kawhi, Toronto versus Milwaukee in the Eastern Conference Finals, and they want to see KD versus Kawhi in the finals. Well, the basketball enthusiasts want to see that. But really, they want Giannis in the finals because that's their MVP of this season. So they want to cash in on that huge. But more back to our topic. Hey, the point of this video is Kawhi Leonard and Kevin Durant have usurped LeBron James. They have surpassed him. They are the two best players in the NBA today. The two best players. Kevin Durant being number 1, Kawhi being number 2. Look at the accolades these guys have already racked up. Kevin Durant, a 4-time scoring champion, 2-time NBA champion, going on to make it 3. A 2-time Finals MVP, going on to make it 3. 8-time All-NBA player, 6 of them being first team. Then you look at Kawhi Leonard. He's an NBA champion already. Finals MVP. 2-time Defensive Player of the Year award. 2-time All-NBA. First team selection. I mean, these guys are incredible. They're leading the league in win shares per 48 minutes. This is productivity at its highest coming from both of them. These players are very valuable. You remove them from any other teams right now. Take away all the talent. Everybody says, oh, well, Golden State is stacked, et cetera, et cetera. You take KD away from Golden State, LeBron James will have 2 more titles to his resume. That is a fact. You take Kawhi Leonard off of Toronto, they become irrelevant. Overnight, irrelevant. Just like San Antonio. Irrelevant. These guys are superstars and are hardly sought after. It's going to be a crazy free agency this summer, especially seeing that these two are going to be on the market. And if they both go to the Eastern Conference, let's say Kawhi stays in Toronto and Kevin Durant goes to New York, the Eastern Conference overnight becomes the best conference in basketball. Best conference in basketball. I think that's the best thing LeBron should wish for. And if Kawhi comes back out west and he goes to the Clippers and KD either stays in Golden State or comes to the Clippers, hey, the West becomes even stronger. And I will go on to say this. At that point, Giannis will probably match LeBron in making it to 8 straight finals. If that were to happen, if that scenario were to go down. But all that aside, we can go on and hit all the numbers and analytics, whatever you want to put up, the advanced totals. Since the 2016-2017 season, Kevin Durant and Kawhi Leonard have been the best players in basketball. Just look at everything. Just look at the comparisons. LeBron is great, and everybody likes to bring up, oh, look at what happened when he was on the Lakers and the minute he got hurt. Well, we can bring up all different scenarios, like when he left Cleveland, etc., when he left Miami, whatever. But what people don't realize is the other two players, Kevin Durant and Kawhi Leonard, they don't get to assemble their teams. They get placed onto teams. And they have to make it work. LeBron assembles his teams. Those players that he surrounds himself with are tailor-made to placate or to at least highlight LeBron's greatness. And the minute LeBron's gone, their true colors come out. Or when they go on to another team where there's actual, a team concept, not just a LeBron system being played, you see how great they are. Look at George Hill and Rodney Hood. Perfect example.